G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. I'm David. Great to see you back and great to be back. It's winter here in Melbourne, about mid-winter. We're in a lockdown again, unfortunately. Really getting annoying, but what do? You're not in control of anything, the government is, unfortunately. What we're going to do though is look at bonsai soil. This is, you've probably seen a number of my videos before on bonsai soil and how I make my own and particles and so on. But it's good to show you again and again, especially for the new people and anyone new to my channel and visiting for the first time. I just want to show you the process. It's all about preparation. It's all about having things ready for you while you're working. Like I always make sure I've got enough soil or enough substrate that I need to use, always way before the repotting time. So it's very important to be prepared. Sometimes people run out of stock, run out of this particle, that particle, so on. But anyway, here we go. First thing I start with is a very large bucket. Just a large bucket you can mix the soil in with your hands. I'm using gloves. You'll see why I need to use gloves. Then I'll get some sort of container that I can use to scoop the soil out, the particles out, substrate out, to mix my mix, to have my mix going. I've got some storage buckets, like just rubbish bin storage. That's what I use. I've got two of those ready on the right hand side, so that when I'm finished with it, when I've mixed the soil up, I can just pour it in. On my left, I have pine bark nuggets, and I'll show you the close-up of that. So I use pine bark nuggets, and I use pumice. I've got 2 bags of pumice here and 1 bag of pine nuggets. Main reason is my mix is made up of 80% pumice and 20% pine bark. Now, easy way to work that out is I do four containers of pumice to 1 container of pine bark. Very easy. Simple maths, gets it going quite easily, and you'll see what I mean. So, I don't put any fertilizer in there. I know some people use Osmocote to mix it in, which is great. If that works for you, great. And I know the best grower in Australia does it, so that's great raps for him. I just don't. I find that this works for me. Works really well. Great drainage, great response in roots. Trees are healthy. I can feed them, no problem. So it's what works for you. And this has been tested over time for me. I've been mixing my own soil for maybe more than 15 years. Can't tell you how long. Been a long time. And I've tweaked it over the years, and now I'm pretty settled on this one for the last 6, 7, 8 seasons. Pretty much have the same thing over and over again. The pumice I get from Damien at Dirt Bags, and the pine bark I get from one of the orchid clubs that one of our members belongs to, and she gets it in for us. So you're looking at, just give you an idea, this is roughly where it costs. The pumice bag's probably $30 each, I think, and the pine bark's probably another $25, I think, something like that. So by the time you mix up all your soil for how many trees you got, I'm looking at about $100 for my bonsai soil to prepare my own. But then I know what I put in it. I know how I mixed it. Whatever you do, get very open mixes. Get open mixes, nice, open, free draining. That's all that matters. I don't really care if it's organic, non-organic. Just make sure it's free draining. Don't have really fine particles that get clogged up. It doesn't work. Just have nice free drainage soil. That's all I can tell you. You can, if you've got the money, go to Akadama or the other stuff. Go for it. No problem at all. It's great stuff. But I just don't have experience with it. I've only got experience with what I've got here: pumice, pine bark, other bits that I've tried over time. But this is what works for me. Anyway, that's enough of me talking. So pretty much, I just get 4 of these. I'll show you the particles. Sorry about the noise. It's probably deafening on the camera. Come in and show you what it looks like. Can you see those particles? They're all different sizes. This is a 1 to 7 millimeter particle bag, so it's quite open and in different sizes. So you get really small to 7 mil, 1 mil to 7 mil. So it's already, there's no real fine stuff in it. It's all particles. Like, it's not dust. It's all just particles. Now, if there is any dust in it anyway, you'll wash out in the first watering anyway. So when you repot, you always water it thoroughly your first time. It just washes it all out. Don't need to do sieve any of this, right? So that's what I do. I don't need to sieve it. I just get on with it, and off I go. this is the pine bark. Now, everyone knows what pine bark is. They use it in their gardens and so on. But this, look how fine that is. It's very small, 5mm max size on that. It's 5mm pine bark nuggets they call. So that's what I think it's 5mm. No, it's 2 to 5. 2 to 5. Sorry, you get 2 to 5 particles, 2 to 5mm particles in there. So that's what I use there. Sprinkle it on top. Get going. That's why I'm using my gloves now. Good, and mix with my hands now. I'll just do a I'll show you what it looks like. And there it is. It looks like almost the pumice, but a bit darker. That's pretty it. That's pretty much it. So nice and open mix. And then you can, I don't know, you can see that it's quite nice and open. Free draining. When you water that first time, it just drains right out. So when I do my repotting, I might show you how quickly, after I've repotted, how quickly that drains. It just, water doesn't sit on it, it just drains right out. Now, all I do then, tip it into my weighty buckets. Sometimes I'm a bit lazy and I do 2 lots, I'll do 8 and 2 and really mix it in and then pour it out, but it doesn't matter, you do what you can. But that's really it, guys. Very simple. Well, this works for me. That's the caveat, I guess, with this video. This mix works for me. Try it out, experiment. I experimented quite a bit in my early days, but now I'm settled with pretty much a routine of this is the soil, and you get a bit of a workout, as you can hear. I'm a bit out of breath, must be unfit. But anyway, guys, very simple video on how to mix your own bonsai soil. What works for me. Don't be afraid. Research, try different things. It always comes up to what your conditions are as well. So in Melbourne we could have a very wet season and the soil still drains really well. We could have very dry summers, but you know, I water 3 times a day in summer, so with sprinklers, so I'm good there as well. So it works for me, and I hope it works for you, and I hope you enjoyed that video. And keep it simple, guys. Make sure it's just very free draining soil that you use, or mix that you use, and that's my mix. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.